What it feels like to be me today. I feel it's just a sense of peace, a sense of gratitude. We just drove up to an area up the canyon to a place that has springs, and I just walked around, and I was able to just to walk around and like I just said, just think about things and think about how much has changed over the last little while, just in the last couple months since I've been here. And for me today, I just feel happy, even though I'm in rehab, of all places. But I just feel like there's endless possibilities. I feel like I'm understanding, like I've mentioned in the past, like not expressing my emotions or my feelings, or telling other people how much I love them, or even like friends, just how grateful I am, or how thankful I am for what they do for me, and what they provide for me. Not like what they can do for me. That's not what a friendship is all about, but what we do to help one another. And just like a symbiotic thing, that we all help one another and that we're there for each other, not only when we're up but also when we're down, when we're supporting one another. And for a long time those relationships really didn't really mean a whole lot to me, because what mattered to me was drugs and alcohol, or a lot of times some of my friends, like not all of them, but there was a few friendships that I had that were built strictly around alcohol or drugs and what I could get, or what they did for me in that regard. And so it was a pretty shallow friendship and a shallow existence. But the friendships that I've come to really appreciate and that really meant a lot to me were ones that I served another person, or I gave a kind word, or uplifted somebody that was struggling or that was having a hard time. And being in here, I've made a lot of friendships, and just because the connections that we made in here were built on mutual respect and built on helping each other get over just traumas that we'd been through in our youth and throughout our adulthood. Things that we didn't normally tell our everyday friends. But it's interesting to me that just those friendships, how much I value them. And I think one of my wife's fears was that I would come out of here and would realize that I didn't want to be with her or things like that. But it actually helps me think about our relationship and how our relationship was founded on being connected on a deeper level, obviously, or we wouldn't have married one another. But it also helps me realize that I need to be more open and be more honest, so that way I can reach out to her when I'm struggling and let her know that I need support in those areas. Whereas before I would just I wouldn't say anything, and then I would isolate, and then I would use, like I've talked about, a lot of these themes have just kind of continued throughout this process. But just for me today, I just feel like I've talked about before, I just feel a lot of hope that I can keep this disease in remission. And I'm really understanding who I am, and I love myself more because I'm understanding who I am. And so it's made it a lot easier for me to be able to be a better person and to help other people, like I said. So